Welcome back. I'm Kevin O'Keefe. At issue today, Making Schools Safer. Empowered Student Partnership, or ESP, is a program where police and students work together. Before ESP, Senator O'Connor's school in Toronto had lots of problems: fights, drug abuse, trafficking, police being called on a daily basis. So Senator O'Connor signed up for ESP. As part of the program, students produce videos. Check this out.
Yeah, they didn't look good on you anyways. Oh my gosh, guys. Did you see Jackson today? He was so hot without a shirt on it.
And he was totally checking me out today.
I don't think he was checking you out. I don't think he even likes you. It's just that your hairs are kind of funny today. Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, it did look kind of weird, I have to admit.
It can be fixed.
Oh my god, talking of bad hair. Look at her hair. Whew.
Yeah, that is kind of disgusting. What's her name anyways?
I don't think anybody even knows her name.
My name is Nancy.
Yeah, right, you're Nancy. You think you are so fancy.
Don't forget to wash your face.
Yeah, when was the last time you took a bath? Yeah, run away.
Where are you going? What are you gonna do? Go read a book? I don't get this stupid math.
What don't you get it?
What are you doing? You're such a klutz.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Don't even bother walking with us. I don't want to get hurt again. Do you need any help? What's wrong?
Just leave me alone.
Wait, listen, wait. Maybe I can help. Tell me what happened.
It's just that today I was walking with my friends, and I bumped into one of them, and then she got so mad at me, and she was like, "Don't ever walk with me again."
Okay, listen, it's okay. You can always find other friends.
Why are you trying to help me?
Listen, I was always taught to help anyone in need. Like, no matter, even if they hurt me before. Listen, okay, we're about an idea. Do you want to go to the library?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go.
By the way, your hair doesn't look that hideous.
Oh, thanks.
I actually love your curls. Oh my god, have you read Twilight?
Yeah, obviously. It's my favorite book.
And joining me in the studio are ESP students, 18-year-old Nicole Delis Reyes and Denisha Denniston. Welcome to the show, both of you. I want to start with you, Denisha. You experienced, I guess you could say, bullying, or a friend of yours when you were at school was robbed. Can you tell me that story?
Yeah, we were walking home from school, and not even within a few meters, there were two guys, and they kind of approached us, and they said that they wanted to talk to my friend because they knew him and they heard some stories, and they wanted to start a fight with him and to step aside or look bad on the street. So my friend didn't know what to do, and he asked me, he said, "What should I do?" And I told him not to go, but he didn't listen, and he went ahead. And we figured something bad had happened. So we ran back, we tried and called one of the teachers, and we ran back to the school to tell school what had happened. And we came back, and then he told me that he got robbed. So he went back again. We lost him again, and then when the teacher found him, he was there, but he didn't say what had happened because the two
perpetrators of the crime.
Yes, they were still there,
Wow.
and he couldn't really speak out.
What did they steal?
His iPhone.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
And how about for you, Nicole? You experienced bullying when you were even in elementary school, I understand.
My experience pretty different because it kind of lagged on back into high school because my elementary school was pretty small. There was only 14 people in my class.
Wow.
So I guess that had a lot to do with it, but it started off as far back as I can remember, probably in grade 3. I was going through this phase where I wanted to be a boy. And I dressed up like a boy, I bought boy shoes, and I started hanging out more with the guys in my class. And one time at recess, which second recess is always the longest, which is after lunch, I was playing, I don't really remember what game, it was like soccer, baseball, or something like that. And a girl came up to me, and she's a girl in my class, and she was like, "Why are you hanging out with boys?" And she started calling me all these names, like in grade 3, like, you know, that really hurts. So then after, like a couple days after, she came back to me, and we were still playing the same game. And she said, "Can I talk to you?" And then so we went off into the field, and she started threatening me. She's like, "I'm going to slap you." And then I'm like, "Okay, slap me," thinking that, oh, she won't slap me if I tell her to slap me. So then she slapped me across the face. Whoa. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she just did that. And I just started crying, and I ran away. But I didn't know that there was another girl following me. And she was like, she was being nice to me. She was like, "Oh, are you okay?" Stuff like that. And we just ended up talking. But that was like the first time I experienced bullying in that school. And eventually I realized throughout the years, the bullying in my school got really, really bad.
You're kidding.
Yeah, especially with my group.
I understand the bullying got worse when you got to grade 8. What happened?
Yeah, in grade 8, we started bullying this one girl ever since probably grade 5, and she was always like the victim. And I have no idea why, but we just always picked on her. And eventually we changed, the principals in my school changed. So the new principal didn't really know how to handle us. So he called in, he saw Miss Lombardi do a presentation, and he called her in.
Miss Lombardi is the teacher you work with now at Senator O'Connor on the ESP program.
She got called in into our school, and she did a presentation on bullying. So eventually that plan backfired, and well, we were thinking like in grade 7, 8, you're thinking, oh, why do teachers think we're bullying? This isn't bullying. We just don't like this girl. I don't know why they're trying to force us to be friends. So that plan that Miss Lombardi would do a presentation on bullying to us totally backfired, and we just victimized her even more, probably.
You're kidding. Wow.
Yeah, and this carried on into high school, because we all went to the same high school, because we're in such a small school, and we're in a specific program like French immersion. So the only school that had that near our area was Senator O'Connor. So we all ended up on the same school.
So why did you decide to join the ESP if you're sort of not necessarily the leader of the group, but you're bullying this other kid?
Okay, this is an interesting story.
Tell me, Nicole.
Because third week of high school, I decided to yell at the leader of our group because she was making one of my good friends cry. And I decided to yell at her in front of Miss Lombardi's office, which was a bad location.
Right.
Eventually, last period of class, I got called down to Miss Lombardi's office. And there was Miss Lombardi again. I was thinking in my head, oh my gosh, it's Miss Lombardi. She's trying to fix our problems. Lol, can't believe she's here calling me down. I better not get in trouble for this. And eventually Miss Lombardi kind of did like intervention with the group of girls, us. And she was like telling us that, oh, you guys should join ESP. It's a good program to get into, especially because I had a lot of extracurricular activities outside of school, so I didn't have a chance to go into field hockey or stuff like that. And basically she said, here we talk about being empowered and working with the police, and we raise awareness to bullying and drunk driving and stuff. So.
And what did you think at the time when you're hearing that? Because I know you said when you heard...
oh, she's a total fake. I was so angry. I was really angry, but I was quiet angry. I was very thinking in my head. So what
changed? Why did you eventually buy into it?
Another girl joined, another girl in my group that I was actually friends with joined, and she said, well, I'm joining, so just join with me, and then we could do it together, and if we don't like it, we could just not be in it anymore.
And what about for you, Denisha? Why did you decide to join ESP?
Well, I was actually a victim of dating violence, and I didn't have anyone at the time. I didn't go to anyone, and I kind of felt like joining ESP would let me help people who are in my situation and let me reach out to people and let them know that there aren't the only ones out there, and there's other people who...
And did you find that when you joined?
Yeah, I actually helped a lot of people out, and I got to talk to a lot of people and meet new people and hear about their problems, and it really feels good to help people like that.
Speaking of helping people, I want to talk specifically about some of the programs that you do. Denisha, what's the video? We saw a clip of one of the videos. Why do you guys do videos about some of the things that happen?
Because it's hard to catch teenagers' attention sometimes, and videos like this, it kind of pulls them in and kind of lets them see it and like on another side rather than on paper or like words. It's just a
So you
different
produce the videos and you show them to the different classes?
Yeah, when we do our presentations, students really like the videos because they're sitting there and we're talking, and it's better than just us talking,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
It catches their attention more, and it gives them like that their attention span like elongates when they're watching a movie, other than when us just talking from like a paper or something.
What is Purple Day? Cool.
Oh, Purple Day was actually part of Love Week, and it was a day that we wear purple, which is the color of victims of whether like bullying victims or like dating violence, like Denisha.
So it was Victims Day, and the purple represents victimization.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so like we all wore it, like everyone on our committee and stuff, and we also encouraged the school to wear purple as well as a Civies Day because our school is uniform. So, and students do participate because they get to wear purple.
And now if you weren't a victim of violence, can you still wear purple? Only victims
Yes.
can wear purple.
Well, you can say that the bully is sort of a victim in a
okay.
sense, right? So.
Right. What about, you mentioned Love Week. What is Love Week?
It's Leave Out Violence Every Day week. So every day, since our school is a uniform school, every day has a specific like theme, like purple or like beach day, and you could wear whatever you want. But then every lunch hour we have like activities that relate to leaving out violence.
Some days we would focus on, say, genocide or violence in gangs and such. Like every day would have its own specific topic. Yeah.
How does these sorts of programs, I guess, make caring about bullying and making your school safer a cool thing to do?
It's not necessarily cool, but everyone, I guess, people know people who were victims of drunk driving or victims of bullying, and they can relate to that sort of stuff. And I don't think people make fun of it because they know people who've been through them, or even themselves. So I guess they don't want to say it out loud that they've been a victim of so-and-so, so they participate in our activities that are kind of generalized for everyone.
How about for you, Nicole? How do you find that this sort of program, because I think talking about issues like bullying and leave out violence necessarily wouldn't be like the coolest thing to do.
It's not the coolest thing to do. No. It actually, they're topics that the students in our school can actually relate to. They could hear a story and they'd be like, oh, I've been through that, and they could relate to it, which is why I think that we don't really have the problem of being uncool or something like that.
There are some issues and situations that we do go through on a day-to-day basis, but on the whole, we don't have much of a problem.
You feel good about being part of ESP because you know you're making a difference in the community. So,
what advice would you give to someone watching right now who maybe is facing these kind of issues at their school and just isn't taking action, is just being quiet the whole school, no one's doing anything? I mean, do you have advice for them?
Yeah. I was actually the person who was always quiet and never really yelled or like, what's the word?
We both were. We were really quiet before we joined.
So you never spoke out about these things?
Yeah. So like I gained a sense of, I guess, confidence being part of ESP. It like really helped with my self-esteem and being able to go up into like a classroom full of kids and you talk to them about like specific topics. Like you really do feel like you're making a difference in the community. So,
how about for you, Denisha? How has ESP affected you?
I was extremely shy when I went into grade 9. I couldn't talk in front of a big crowd.
You're kidding, no.
And as the years progressed, I started doing seminars for students and workshops and talking to a lot of people. I've gained a lot of experience, and I'm a totally different person now. I'm more outgoing, I'm more talkative, and I can do...
And not afraid to address these issues?
No, not at all, yeah.
Well, thank you both for coming in today. I really appreciate your honesty in talking about them.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Well, when we return, could ESP help kids like Daniel, who you met at the beginning of the show? Find out after this.